people that Jesus encountered during his ministry is fascinating to me, because in many ways it really hasn't changed that much as far as the agenda on people's minds, and most people are inclined to want to take care of themselves first. And that's just a natural tendency of the human spirit in a human person. But Jesus, in his teachings, he defied all of that. And Jesus talked about things like loving your neighbor and loving those who persecute you. And that's just an amazing concept when you think about it in the realm of humanity. That's just not the way humans think and flow. If we become a person who has those traits, then it's something that the Spirit of God has helped us to develop, because it's just not natural instincts. But this is what Jesus was constantly teaching to us about laying down ourselves and picking up the cross and the very presence of Christ, the working of the ministry of the Holy Spirit that works through us, so that we become people who are loving and giving, people who prefer that our brother be more blessed than that we would be blessed. But again, that goes against the grain in most human thought and emotion. But going back to the original question that we started with Monday, that was asked of Jesus, he said, are there few that will be saved? And Jesus' response to that was, strive to enter into the straight gate, the gate is more clearly defined as to who we are and what our responsibilities are. It says, there will be many who will seek to go that way, but they won't. And of course, I go back to the parable of the sower, where Jesus talked about the sower. He talked about how that there would be those who would receive the word, but then the fowls of the air would come and take away the seed. In other words, the word was given, but it was not fully embraced. And what happens, he says, the cares of the world and the deceitfulness of riches. But in this teaching in Luke chapter 13, Jesus gives us another word. And the word is iniquity. He says, get away from me, ye workers of iniquity. And that's all a part of his response to the question of, are there few that will be saved? And him saying, strive to enter into the straight gate. But many will not be successful in doing that. Why is that? Well, the question, or the simple fact is that even though people say, well, I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to go to hell. And so the only way to be able to keep from going to hell is to go to heaven, which is require me to go through the straight gate. But there are things in my life that I love and I embrace more than my love for God. And that's the key to understanding all of this. It's literally denying self, picking up his cross and following him. And evidently that's very difficult for humanity to do, because Jesus said there will be many who won't be able to do it, and they will not enter into the straight gate. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.